Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the 2025 eclipse season for the sign of Sagittarius. Now do keep in mind that this is a tarot reading, this is not an astrology reading. So if you're looking for more specific astrological messages around this eclipse season, I would recommend that you consult an astrologer or check out one of the many available YouTube videos on the eclipse season. So the way that this works is we have 4 eclipses in 2025. The first 2 are on March 14th and March 29th in Virgo and Aries. And the energies from this first series of eclipses will span until the next set or series of eclipses, which are in September. So the thing about eclipses is, they're typically around bigger themes in our lives. These are not around the day-to-day, but eclipses can bring huge events or big events and timelines over a period of around 6 to 12 months. So we're going to see what the first set of eclipses are for you here and see how that may affect the next 6 months for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get a shuffle in and see what's going on here. Now, again, these eclipses are in Virgo, Aries, and Pisces. The first 2 are Virgo, Aries, and then the second 2 are Pisces, Virgo. So I do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Sagittarius. Let's get the cards out here. I do feel like this year, 2025, is a big year. It feels like the eclipses are heavier this year, and I just felt like it was wise to make a video on the topic. So let's go ahead, Sagittarius, and see what's going on for you during this time. All right, let me go ahead and get all the cards set up, and we'll see what's going on here. All right, cool. I think that's just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Temperance card. So the Temperance card is actually your card, as you see here. This is the Sagittarius card in the tarot. So you may feel like right now you are needing to rest a little bit or recover from a transformation or a transformative situation in your life. The reason being is the Temperance card comes after the Death card, and this brings about reprieve or healing or rest and recovery from something big that may have happened. The Temperance card can also talk about you may be wanting to alchemize something in your life here. You can see that this angel on the Temperance card is performing alchemy. They're creating something new in their life. And so these may be themes that are showing up for you in the next 6 months, but the fact that your energy is here on the bottom, to me, would signify that it feels like there's something personal happening for you, right? Like oftentimes in these readings, we may see conflicts between other people, or we may see that you are helping other people out, or there may be other people involved. But for you, there's something deeply personal that may be going on for you during this eclipse period, over the next 6 months that could play out here. So let's try to investigate what that might be. And you know me, I like to make sure we're all set up here. So taking a look at these cards, I'm expecting to see the 4 of Swords and the 9 of Swords in these readings a lot. And all 3 readings that I've done so far on this topic have had either the 4 or the 9 of Swords. And the thing is, during the eclipse season, it's very important to try to get as much rest as possible. Both the 4 and the 9 of Swords talk about sleep, right? They can refer to your sleep, either your lack of sleep or getting quality sleep. And it is known that during eclipse season, it's tough to get quality sleep. So this is something that I want to point out for you. If you're able to, try to get as much rest as possible so that you can, kind of regenerate, so to speak. This is something that I feel like I want to bring forward for you, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius rising, so this is for us. This is a message for us here. Now, in the middle card here, you have the 9 of Cups. It seems like maybe some of you are going to be walking away from an important situation here. And the thing is, you will be deciding to take this step with the Temperance card on the bottom. It will be your action, right? You will maybe say, okay, enough is enough. This situation isn't working out for me. This could be in any area of life, okay? It doesn't have to be in love. It can be in any area of life. In fact, you don't really have too many love cards that I would look for in a love reading. Although the Eight of Cups can say that maybe you're disappointed in someone or a situation and you're deciding to kind of go towards greener pastures, so to speak. But the thing that I love about the Eight of Cups is you are deciding to walk in the direction or the goal you're deciding to walk in the direction of your goals and your dreams, because the Eight of Cups person is ultimately going towards the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So it's a very positive energy. It is sort of a bittersweet thing where you may need to let go of something or someone in order to pursue this new venture or these greener pastures. Now, in the first column, you do have the Judgment card, the Six of Wands, and the Six of Swords here. All right, so definitely starting this reading off with some sort of successful transition in your life. The Six of Swords, it can talk about going on a journey, or it can talk about making a transition, going through a rite of passage as well for yourself on a much deeper level. The Six of Swords can talk about going through a rite of passage. For you, this may mean that you are moving to a new city. You can see they're kind of sailing towards a city here as well, or you're moving to a new place. But you could also just be making a life transition as well. And that can definitely, that would definitely kind of sync together in this reading, as this person's also going through a transition. The Eight of Cups person, they're walking away, but they're transitioning to an area of life where hopefully they'll be able to see their dreams come true, or they'll bring more success in. And then you do have the Six of Wands, which is a card of major success in the tarot. You can see that there's like confetti falling here. This person is being paraded through a ceremony. They're being cheered on. This is a major card of success. And typically in career, as the Wands suit refers to your career, or it can, but it can also be in any area of life. It's a very positive message for you. This can also talk about social media as well. You could be making changes to your social media profiles or your accounts in some way. It can also talk about you maybe putting yourself out there. The Six of Wands is in front of people. And then you have the Judgment card here to wrap out this first column. The Judgment card is a very deep card. It can talk about, in some respects, like resurrection, right? Resurrection. And it's this idea of all of the actions that you've taken up to this point kind of being put in front of you and showing you what you've done. It's sort of like a life review, you could kind of think, or a situational review, I will say. The Judgment card is very, very deep. It can talk about even epiphanies as well. In a traditional illustration, the people are actually coming out of the coffins. They're having epiphanies around something. And so for that reason, it is a card of karma. So I like the actions that you've taken up to this point based on this reading, because it says you're having some success here, particularly as it relates to maybe a life transition. In the middle column, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So the Ace of Pentacles, it can talk about some type of new beginning or seed that you're planting in your life that you hope grows into something amazing or incredible. The Ace of Pentacles can see you maybe even signing into new agreements, particularly around your dwelling, like your living space, whether it's be mortgages or rental agreements, contracts, maybe business contracts as well, loans, that sort of thing, maybe cars, anything like that. But it can also talk about planning a new investment for yourself in your life. So you could be investing like in the markets, but you could also be creating an investment in yourself in some way. And remember, we started this reading off here about you, right? With the Temperance energy on the bottom. You are front and center here, Sagittarius, with this Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and this Temperance energy on the bottom. And I would say, like, over the next 6 months, what is the area of life that feels stale or stagnant with this Eight of Cups in the middle? Like, is there something that you want to get out of, or you know you need to be out of in some way? This will come up for a review for you. The Judgment card can be a card of review, for sure. You then have the Queen of Swords here, which may say that you're kind of sharpening your communication skills. You could also be coming into contact with a person that will give you the exact advice that you need to hear. It may not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear at the time, because the Queen of Swords will not sugarcoat. They will not mince words. And so that could happen as well. You could also be walking away from an air sign, Sagittarius, with that Queen of Swords, or a water sign with the Queen of Cups as well. That could also be showing up here. in the final column, you have the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Nine of Swords. So on the surface, this does look a bit challenging, right? The Tower is an upheaval in one's life. It can expose a false belief that we may have. And for that reason, I consider the Tower to be positive, because who wants to live within false beliefs, right? It's much better to chase reality, in my humble opinion. It is much better to chase reality and see reality for what it is. And so the Tower can expose that type of situation. You can even see the eye here as well. So there's something that you see when a Tower moment happens that you need to see. Again, it may not be exactly, it may not feel exactly great, but it's what you need to see. The other thing about the Tower is it's positive in that it releases yourself from something that's not working for you anymore, or something that you feel trapped in. So there is this releasing. There is something here that wants to, there's something that you want to exit from in the next 6 months. You may already know what that is, as I've said that. There may be something in your mind as I said that, but I see an exiting here with the Eight of Cups, the Tower, and the Six of Swords for sure. And this is on your own volition, right? This is on your own free will here with the Temperance card on the bottom. You then have this water energy with the Queen of Cups. This is a card of dreaming, or somebody, this is like the therapist in the tarot. This is somebody who can really hear you, not just hear you, but really listen to you, right? This is somebody who's an incredible listener. And then I also talked about this Nine of Swords already, which is a card that can indicate maybe looking at your sleep patterns in this case. So why don't we go ahead and get some additional messages here from the cards. We're going to start off by pulling some oracle cards here. Now, Sagittarius, I do hope you're doing well. Once again, hope things are good for you. And let's go ahead and take all of those cards. We'll take this card as well. On the bottom, you have Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. So we've got two karma cards with the Judgment and the this Saint Germain card. By the way, this Judgment cards come in for everyone. It's Judgment time, so to speak. It's very much like a eclipse theme, right? Eclipses can bring in things that we need to see, judgments that we need to see in our lives. You then have the Mary Magdalene, Teacher awakens, you have something important to share, follow the inner call, don't let anything stop you. You then have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Trust your inner voice. Definitely could be having like a life experience that teaches you something very important here with this Mary Magdalene energy. That could definitely be showing up for you. Okay, what else do we have? You have Radha, Soul Flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship, harmony, and healing. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And then you have El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you, wear a cloak of protection and love. Okay. So I'm not seeing too much from these oracle cards. Sometimes that happens. But there could be, we'll see if there's something about your relationship that shows up in the clarifications, and maybe that will connect to this Radha card. There could be this, with this Tower moment and the Queen of Cups, you may over the next 6 months have a situation where you really need to stay calm, cool, and collected here. But, all right, instead of reaching for a message or a meaning here, what I'm going to do is clarify, and then hopefully we can get some more specifics on and details on the situation. Let me go ahead and get a shuffle in for you. Let's see what we have going on here. All right. Put those there, and let's see what we have. So you have Ace of Cups, excuse me. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Wow. All right, so we now see some relationship stuff here. I said, let's see what's going on in your relationship energy, and now we've got all cups. So Ace of Cups is the start of something new, potentially in your relationship. It can also be like a dream that you've always wanted to have happen in your life. And it can just talk about some new happiness that you're bringing in here. It's a very positive card, especially with the Judgment energy. The relationship stuff seems decent. I mean, with Knight of Cups, that can talk about a significant relationship event happening. It can also signify somebody courting you, right? This idea of courtship, knight in shining armor type energy. And with the Seven of Cups, what's interesting is you may have multiple options in love if you're single. You may also feel a little overwhelmed by a situation in love. But on the surface, it seems like with this Radha energy, experience harmony and relationship harmony and healing, and these events happening, it could be that this is a pretty good message for you. It may mean that you are tying the knot. Could be like a change in the relationship, right? You go from being dating to engaged or so forth and so on. It could also be another change in the relationship, as we do have this tower here. But on the bottom, I took a peek and looked ahead here. On the bottom, you do have the Two of Cups, which is my favorite love card in the tarot. So the relationship stuff seems good. There could be some nice updates or changes in the relationship here. You have the King of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. All right. Well, what I will say, is this is why we clarify. So, the Queen of Swords, like on the surface, is somebody who's not going to mince words, right? This is somebody who's going to tell you what you need to hear. But the thing is, the Seven of Swords can indicate deception. So, listen, Sagittarius, you are a very intuitive sign, okay? Probably the most intuitive. You have maybe the strongest intuitive in the zodiac. If you have a feeling about something, if you disagree with the way somebody is treating you or with the words that somebody is using, I would trust that, okay? I would really trust that. Trust your gut on any sort of like very big conversations, particularly if you're signing loans or financial agreements. It seems like there are two people at play here with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Okay, one of these people may not have your best interest at hand over the next 6 months, but there's another person that's in your corner here with the King of Swords. I would trust your gut on any sort of like very important decisions you have to make, particularly financially, as you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, I would strongly suggest that. The Two of Pentacles can indicate a change. It can indicate like fluctuations in money, right? Inflow, outflow type deal. Kind of trying to balance everything out financially. Yeah, that is a strong message that I think is coming through in the cards. I don't see that this is connected to your love or romantic relationship. Okay, that seems pretty good. There's something else, maybe like something that's coming to mind here, and you can fit this into your situation. For example, maybe you're looking to purchase a car or a house, and you go to two lenders, and one lender, they're just they're love bombing you, so to speak. They're giving you all of these amazing perks and benefits, and something is just a little fishy to you. And then another lender is just telling you this is what it is. Something like this, right? Where you may want to read the fine print, okay? And what the one lender that's in this example that's telling you what it is probably the one, especially if your gut says that. So you can fit that into your situation. There may be like two people in play here, and one is being totally and completely honest with you, and the other one is maybe being a little deceptive. That's very specific, but that's coming in. And it doesn't have to be around signing off on things like loans. It could be around any area. But this is showing up. It could also be in your career. What else do I have to say about that? That's coming in. Yeah. Look at the fine print in whatever it is that you're agreeing to in life during the next 6 months. Yeah. And even if you're making a personal agreement, like if you make a commitment, Sagittarius, out of any sign, you should stick to a commitment, because it can diminish your sort of the trust that you have in yourself. It's very important to trust yourself, Sagittarius. So if you make a commitment to something, it's important to see it through, Sagittarius. You have the Ten of Swords, you have the Page of Cups, and you also have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, you know what? There's something that is keeping you up late at night, and I think it's because you're so deeply dedicated to some type of financial situation or some type of situation in your career. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of extreme dedication, particularly around your work, as you see this person is performing skillful work here. So this is definitely showing up, and you may be like putting in sleepless nights at work or something like this here, and this could definitely be coming in for a review at this time. So I have a feeling this is positive, but there is something that is sort of playing in the back of your mind that maybe is causing you to have some sleepless nights or maybe even some nightmares, but this is or some prophetic dreams. But this is also ultimately because you're very, very dedicated to something in career and work with the Eight of Pentacles. The Page of Cups is another really positive love message with the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. Again, I looked ahead and we do have the Two of Cups on the bottom. The Tower may say that there's something that you just are surprised about. It could be a pleasant surprise in your relationship situation with the Tower here. Something that you don't see coming, like maybe a proposal or something like this. The Ten of Swords is an ending, and it does suggest that something's completely done, maybe with this Queen of Cups. So it could be a water sign, or it could be any sign. But the Ten of Swords may suggest that somebody is falling out of your life. This doesn't have to be in your relationship situation, but it almost seems like you have multiple people going on here in all sorts of areas, Sagittarius. As you have this Seven of Cups, this could be in like a financial situation, a work and career situation, and then a love situation as well. One of those people, they will fall out of your situation. Yeah, and then we have the Two of Cups on the bottom as well, as I've said a few times. Why don't we go ahead and clarify this even more here, Sagittarius, and see what we have going on for you. All right, we're going to go ahead and see what is showing up in the Kipper cards here. All right, so you do have Thief with Seven of Swords, not my favorite thing. Poverty, community, family room, main female, and coffin. Okay, yeah. So it definitely, okay, this is very specific, but it's almost like somebody's trying to get in between you and your person. Here, it seems like there's a third party, okay? That term is passed around a lot, but it seems like based on these cards that this could be going on. This also applies to that other situation I talked about where you really want to trust your gut between two different people, whether it's like in a loan situation or a work situation. There's maybe somebody trying to get in between here. This could also be in families. You have the family room as well, not your the family that you build, but the family that you were born into. There could also be something like that showing up. All right, Sagittarius, this is what I have going on for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.